The NBA's most iconic rivalry just entered its most explosive chapter, when LeBron James shocked the world by joining Philadelphia alongside Joel Embiid and Jaylen Brown. The balance of power in the NBA shifted overnight, but standing in their way is the ultimate final boss, Jayson Tatum, Paul George, and a Boston Celtics dynasty that refuses to back down. For nearly 20 years, LeBron James was the mountain every superstar had to climb. Now, for the first time, he's the veteran trying to stop the man destined to replace him. The question is, will LeBron's ultimate gamble pay off, or is Jayson Tatum about to ruin his final dance? To understand how this rivalry reached its boiling point, you have to go back to the move that has just changed everything. Because LeBron James didn't just leave Los Angeles, he pulled off the biggest shock the NBA has seen in years. Just weeks after the Lakers' playoff exit, most people believed the greatest player of his generation had finally reached the end of the road. Instead, he stunned the basketball world by announcing Philadelphia would be his final destination before retirement. And then came the part nobody saw coming. LeBron turned down far bigger offers from the Clippers, Miami, and even Cleveland. What you are looking at is LeBron's seasonal earning with the Lakers versus what he'll earn with the Sixers. He walked away from tens of millions of dollars and accepted just $4 million a season. Why? Because this was never about one last payday. King James wants to allow Philadelphia enough financial flexibility to build one final championship team around himself: Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and now Jaylen Brown. And this silently set the stage for James's final shot at history. But don't be misguided by thinking the Boston Celtics are just going to roll over and watch Philly parade to a title. By trading Jaylen Brown, Boston didn't get weaker. They in fact completely reloaded to give Jayson Tatum the ultimate weapon to protect his throne. Official roster transactions show that the Celtics counterstruck by acquiring 9-time All-Star Paul George, along with a massive haul of future draft capital. George brings essential veteran poise and elite two-way play, positioning himself right alongside Tatum as the perfect running mate to lock down top-tier threats like LeBron James. If you think losing a former Finals MVP leaves a massive hole in Boston, look closer at how Jayson Tatum's new kingdom was built during this trading war. To fortify their financial health and surround Tatum with elite complementary pieces under the salary apron, the Celtics went on a relentless roster spree. They also signed powerhouse center Mitchell Robinson to a 3-year, $47.4 million deal to secure the paint and lock down veteran floor general Mike Conley to eliminate costly live ball turnovers. Boston also signed defensive disruptor Jordan Walsh to a 3-year, $15 million contract extension and secured emerging center Neemias Queta on a 4-year, $56 million extension to establish an absolute fortress of a defensive unit. The metrics show they aren't going anywhere, and Jayson Tatum is hungrier than ever. Despite the media frenzy surrounding Philly's super team, sports analysts still project Boston to comfortably cross the 50-win threshold, remaining a top 3 heavyweight in the Eastern Conference. With Tatum leading a roster that is now deeper and smarter with the basketball, the Celtics are desperate for vengeance after a painful playoff collapse to the 76ers. The Celtics just added elite perimeter shooting, veteran playoff experience, and a haul of future assets to keep Tatum's championship window wide open. Philly may have the hype, but Jayson Tatum has the blueprint to turn LeBron's dream season into a living nightmare. But talent alone doesn't win championships. The real question is whether this team was actually built for LeBron James. And the answer might terrify the rest of the NBA. Because LeBron didn't arrive in Philadelphia to be the player he was 10 years ago. He arrived to become the player this team needs him to be. Tyrese Maxey brings the speed. Joel Embiid brings the power. Jaylen Brown brings the defensive intensity and elite two-way scoring. And LeBron? He brings the one thing none of them can replace: control. Every possession now runs through the greatest basketball mind of his generation. When Maxey blows past his defender, LeBron already knows where the help is coming from. When Embiid seals his man in the paint, LeBron knows exactly when to deliver the pass. When Brown cuts into space, LeBron sees it before anyone else on the court. That's what makes this team so dangerous. Philadelphia didn't ask LeBron to carry another franchise. They built a team where he no longer has to. Instead of scoring 35 every night, he can spend his energy doing what he's always done better than anyone else, controlling the game. If that plan works, the Sixers won't just have 4 stars. They'll have 4 stars playing like one. But don't think this new partnership comes without its own uncomfortable piece of history. Just look back to the viral footage of Jaylen Brown caught on camera saying he didn't think LeBron's son was a pro. It sparked a massive, highly publicized feud, with LeBron even profanely calling out Brown in an interview for the shady remarks. While the two recently showed solidarity on social media to prove the beef is squashed, the underlying tension is undeniable. It makes you wonder, can these two massive egos truly coexist to win a championship? And that brings us to the absolute heart of this rivalry, the legendary passing of the torch clash between LeBron James and Jayson Tatum. For nearly 20 years, LeBron was the immovable mountain that every rising superstar had to climb if they wanted to taste championship glory. Tatum knows this better than anyone. He was just a rookie when he famously posterized LeBron in Game 7 of the 2018 Eastern Conference Finals, a series where LeBron ultimately pushed his Cleveland Cavaliers past Boston through sheer, unyielding will. But the timeline has completely flipped. Now, for the first time in NBA history, LeBron is the veteran chess grandmaster playing his final strategic cards, while Jayson Tatum is entering his absolute physical prime. This is no longer about Tatum trying to survive LeBron. It's about LeBron using every ounce of his legendary basketball IQ to stop the man destined to inherit his Eastern Conference throne. The matchup on the court is going to be pure cinema. Tatum brings an unstoppable combination of explosive youth, elite perimeter shot making, and defensive versatility. He is faster, stronger, and more athletic at this stage of their respective careers. But LeBron counters with an unmatched, multi-decade mental database, and he can manipulate the entire geometry of the court without ever breaking a sweat. So, who actually walks away with the crown? Will LeBron's ultimate financial gamble pay off with a historic 5th ring in the city of brotherly love? Or is Jayson Tatum about to completely ruin the Kings' final dance and solidify a new Celtics dynasty?